Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to discuss something we all do every single day, communication. We all talk to others, whether at work, school, or in social settings. But did you know that there are certain bad conversation habits that can actually harm our relationships or make communication less effective? Let's dive into 16 bad conversation habits that you should avoid if you want to become a better communicator. 1. Know-it-all attitude. This is a habit that can quickly turn people off. We've all met someone who acts like they know everything, right? It might seem like confidence at first, but in reality, it makes you come across as unteachable. Nobody likes a conversation where they feel like their ideas aren't valued. Instead, show interest in what others have to say, ask questions, and stay open to learning new things. Remember, no one knows it all. There's always something we can learn from others. 2. Completing other sentences. Ever had someone cut you off mid-sentence to finish your thought? It might seem like they're trying to be helpful, but honestly, it's one of the most annoying things you can do. It can make the person feel like you're not really listening to them or giving them space to express themselves. Instead, let the other person finish their sentence at their own pace. You'll show respect and make the conversation flow better. 3. Asking intrusive questions. Now, this one can be tricky. While it's great to show interest in others, asking overly personal or intrusive questions can make people uncomfortable. Especially when you're just getting to know someone, it's important to maintain boundaries. For example, asking someone about their income, relationship status, or family issues might be seen as invasive. Always gauge the situation and avoid asking anything that could make the other person feel uncomfortable. 4. Trying to outdo the other speaker. Have you ever been in a conversation where you felt like you couldn't even finish your thought because the other person kept trying to top your story with their own? It's common, especially in competitive settings, but it can make the other person feel like their experiences aren't valued. Conversations should be balanced, where both people feel heard and respected. Instead of trying to outdo others, try to find a way to connect with their story and contribute without overshadowing them. 5. Being silent or non-responsive. Sometimes, when we're talking to someone, it's easy to zone out or stay silent. But when you don't respond, it can come across as disinterest or even rudeness. People don't want to feel like they're talking to a brick wall. Even if you don't have much to say, simple gestures like nodding, making eye contact, and giving verbal cues like "I see" or "that's interesting" can show that you're paying attention and engaged in the conversation. 6. Monopolizing the conversation. One of the most frustrating things to deal with is someone who takes over the entire conversation and talks about themselves non-stop. While it's great to share your thoughts, remember that a conversation should be a two-way exchange. If you're talking more than the other person, you might be monopolizing the conversation. Be sure to let others speak and share their thoughts too. A healthy conversation is one where both people feel like they've contributed equally. 7. Hostile attribution bias. This is a subtle yet very important point. Hostile attribution bias is when you automatically assume the worst intentions behind someone else's actions. For example, if someone cuts in line, you might assume they're rude, but there might be a valid reason. We all have our biases, but jumping to conclusions without understanding the full story can lead to unnecessary conflict. Try to approach every situation with empathy and assume the best in others until proven otherwise. 8. Earphones during conversations. We've all been guilty of this one, keeping our earphones in while talking to someone. It's an easy habit to slip into, especially when we're listening to music or podcasts. But leaving earphones in while someone's trying to talk to you sends the message that you're not fully present. If you're having a conversation, take out your earphones. It's a small gesture, but it shows that you value the other person's time and attention. 9. Sarcasm and cynicism. Sarcasm can be funny, but it's important to know when and how to use it. Using sarcasm in serious conversations or with people who aren't close to you can make you seem rude or insensitive. It's easy for sarcasm to be misinterpreted, especially in sensitive situations. So, unless you are in a comfortable, casual setting with close friends, try to avoid sarcasm. Instead, opt for honesty and kindness to get your point across. 10. Dismissing others' ideas. It's easy to get stuck in our own opinions and dismiss others' ideas. However, this can be damaging to conversations. If you constantly shut down others' ideas without truly listening, it makes them feel disrespected and unheard. Even if you don't agree with what someone is saying, try to show empathy and ask them to explain their point further. You might learn something new or gain a better understanding of their perspective. 11. Self-centered conversations and bragging. We all want to share our successes, but constantly making the conversation about ourselves can make others feel excluded or bored. Bragging doesn't make you more interesting. It just makes you seem self-centered. A conversation should be a two-way street, not just a platform for you to talk about yourself. Take time to ask the other person about their experiences and be genuinely interested in their stories as well. 12. Giving unsolicited advice. Have you ever had someone jump in and offer advice when you just wanted someone to listen? It can be frustrating. Sometimes, people don't want advice, they just want empathy. Offering unsolicited advice can feel overbearing. Instead, be a good listener first. If the other person asks for advice, that's when you can offer your thoughts. But until then, just be present and supportive. 13. Being insensitive to others' emotions. Conversations are more than just exchanging words. They're also about understanding the emotional tone. Being insensitive to someone's feelings can cause hurt and damage relationships. For example, if someone's sharing something personal or emotional, downplaying their feelings can come across as cold or uncaring. Always try to be in tune with the other person's emotions and show empathy when necessary. 14. Restless movements and body language. Your body language speaks volumes about your attention and interest in the conversation. If you're constantly shifting, fidgeting, or looking around, it can make the other person feel like you're not interested. Stay still, face the person you're talking to, and give them your undivided attention. Good posture and steady eye contact can go a long way in making others feel heard. 15. Lack of eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most important aspects of communication. It shows respect and attentiveness. If you avoid making eye contact, it can make the other person feel like you're not really listening or that you're uncomfortable. Of course, you don't need to stare, but make sure to maintain appropriate eye contact during conversations to show you're engaged and focused. 16. Divided attention, phone etiquette. Phones are a big part of our lives, but they can also be a big distraction in conversations. Checking your phone constantly or texting during a conversation makes the other person feel unimportant. When you're talking to someone, give them your full attention. You can always check your phone later. Respect the time you have together by being fully present. So, there you have it, 16 bad conversation habits to avoid. By being mindful of these habits, you can improve your communication skills and build stronger, more respectful relationships. Remember, good communication isn't just about what you say. It's also about how you listen and how you make others feel. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.